Glorious greetings. My beautiful beings of light, the message gathering is once again here, is it not? The Creator sends you love and wonderful rainbows of joy. Close your eyes, my beloveds, and visualize a rainbow. Visualize yourself walking to the right end of the rainbow. Stand directly under the beautiful colored beams and allow the Creator to soothe your stress with the spectacular colors of the rainbow. The rainbow colors are interacting with all your various energy fields. They are whirling around you in awe. There it goes, there is the smile on your face. The Creator knew that smile would come out when wrapped and caressed by the vibrant colors of the rainbow. Enjoy your rainbow energy wash for as long as it is pleasurable for you. Brilliant colors always energize one to various responses. Colors are so powerful, my beautiful beings of grace. If you doubt their effect, try taking one color a day and really focusing on how it makes you feel. Just sit with the color for a while each day. Ask it what it would like to share with you. Take special note of your emotions and deep feelings that the color evokes. Just as colors evoke various sensations and feelings, the term dotted line also denotes specific feelings in one. What image does that conjure up for you? One might define dotted line as a commitment to something. Another might sense this is about connections to various hierarchies or management levels. Others might see it as simply a connection to something that has not been defined, or a continuation of something that is ongoing, or a connection of 2 points. The meanings are endless. Isn't it interesting that just 2 words can be interpreted in so many ways? When you really get down to it, my beloveds, there really is no meaning that completely defines any word at all that would be accepted in unison by the whole human population. Since each individual must define that word themselves, each takes the word, then paints its understanding of the definition or meaning with what they have been programmed or trained to believe in the language that they speak, then add to that their various experiences with that word. By the time the understanding dawns regarding the word, it has become as unique as each individual. So there should be no surprise that humans do not understand each other, really and truly. Since no one resides or thinks in your mind but you, it is very predictable that you could not second-guess your friends' true reactions or emotions to something that has just been said. They may think they understand your meaning, but they have no clue how much coloring that word has gone through before it ever exits your mouth or is written on a page. The word comes out of your mouth or has been written on a page, and then it must again go through the interpretation filter of the person hearing it or reading it. This allows it to be colored even more until it has traveled all around the brain to finish it perspective understanding for that person. So how is consensus reached between individuals? Connecting the dot of understanding here to the dot of understanding there, shaded by all the various filtering systems of human existence? Within this scenario are the places where war is created, where hatred is built, where shame harbors, where feelings are hurt, where pain is not seen. Misunderstandings abound in this environment, but today is no different than it was yesterday, you say to yourself, but oh my beloved. It is, because you've added a whole new set of experiences to your psyche that were not present yesterday. Try it out for yourself, my divine light beings. Take a word like power for instance, and trace its meaning back through your various age timelines. That word is going to change a number of times based upon your actual experience or lack thereof with it. What does it mean to you today? What did it mean to you at age 3 years old? The legal system has its own dictionaries, all the various languages have their dictionaries, there are a number of other dictionaries out, however none of them take into account your experience that will alter the meaning for you specifically. Very interesting dilemma, would you say? So how do you build peace when everyone has a different picture and definition of the word? Pictures and colors are good communicators, my beloveds. Sounds are good communicators, as is light. The universe speaks to you, my divine beings of grace, through colors, sounds and light. Try these communicators yourselves and see if they make a profound difference in the outcome. Allow this messenger to take you on a mediation journey. Find a quiet spot where you will not be disturbed for a while. You may either sit or lie down, whichever is more comfortable for you. Cover your physical self with a light blanket if you chill easily. You want no distractions during your meditations, so always make sure the physical vessel is comfortable. If it helps you to visualize by identifying your ego with a symbol or as an object, please do so. Direct your ego self to perch on your left shoulder. Instruct your ego self that it is only to be an observer on this journey. In your imagination, ask through prayer for the Creator to send you down a protective ray of white light by praying, "My Creator, I am asking for a protective ray of white light to enfold me and lift me up so that I am experiencing the very highest of vibrations during this journey into my innermost depths of understanding and being. I am protecting myself from anything that is not for my highest good on this journey. I am thanking you, my Creator, for assisting me by sending this ray that is now coming down through the corner of the area where I am meditating. It is entering into this physical form, permeating all that is within this beingness presence, I am." The Creator has answered and has gifted you with an iridescent white ray plus a deep golden ray along with a blue ray for this journey. The rays are entering into your body through the soles of your feet and moving up through your physical vessel, permeating throughout all of your energy fields into all corners of the area that you are in, then exiting through your crown chakra. The rays are returning to the Creator and cycling back down through you again and back to the Creator in a circular motion. These rays are in a continuous circulating loop while you are in meditation. Visualize yourself through your breath forming a figure 8. The in-breath forms the top loop of the 8 which goes over your head, and your out-breath forms the bottom loop that goes under your feet. The middle of the 8 is your waistline and forms the still point between the in-breath and the out-breath. It is forming the sign of infinity, and it rhythmically continuing over and over again with each in-breath and out-breath. This is a reminder that you are infinitely guided throughout eternity. You are now divinely protected at this moment, and nothing can even communicate with you that is not for your highest good without your permission. Breathe in deeply, my divine light beings, and feel the lighter, relaxed feelings of being divinely guided into this meditation. Breathe in deeply and know that you are breathing to the pulse of the Creator. Listen to the Creator's spiritual heartbeat and feel the unconditional love that courses through you each time you think about this moment. Breathe in deeply, allowing and seeing within your spiritual imagination your guardian angels and guides join you and take your etheric hand to direct you into your spiritual heart chakra. At this time, invite in all the spiritual guests that you would enjoy having accompany you on this journey. Your guardian angels, spirit guides and special invited guests are now within your spiritual heart chakra. You locate and turn the doorknob of the golden door that says, "To my highest guidance within." You cross over the threshold. You find yourself in a white marble corridor. Rather than speak to you in words on this journey, your angels are going to communicate with you via light, color, and sound. A light comes on over a door down the hall to your right. You walk to the door and find it has absolutely no label, however the door is actually red in color. You open the door and find that everything in the room is red. Ah! You think to yourself, this is going to be a red experience, and just break out with a smile. Your angels are just shaking their heads laughing as they have read your thoughts. You hear a musical tune coming from the chair in the center of the room and decide that this would be the appropriate place to sit. Down you plop and the music stops. "This is fun," you say to yourself, smiling again mischievously. The angels bring you over a ring of colored felt squares. You find on the ring the red felt square and remove it. You hold the red felt square in your hand and begin to hum to yourself how the color red makes you feel. The tune is uplifting, bold and powerful. You then connect the dots of the red color to the first chakra. You think about all the various connections that the first chakra brings in, like the physical family or tribe, issues that are potential problems with security, well-being, ability to provide life's necessities along with law and order. What are the emotions that the color red manifests for you? How is power feeling for you in this red color? Red is a very strong power color. Just be with yourself a while and thoroughly explore all that the red color has to offer you. The next thing that pops into your awareness is that the color red is also connected to parts of your body. You see the base of your spine, your bones, legs and feet along with your immune system and the rectum. Interesting, you think to yourself, this color is really a very profound color in all of these areas. Wow! You'd never thought about this in this way before. A light flashes on a vacuum cleaner hanging on the wall directly in front of you. You sense that this has something to do with clearing of your first chakra. It has been accumulating lots of debris for some time. Your angels respond and begin vacuuming the chakra. They even have to change the vacuum bag halfway through. After the cleaning has been completed, the angels take the filled vacuum bags, place them in their hands and re-clarify this debris energy with a zap of glorious light. This action looked just like a laser beam with a poof at the end where the energy changed configuration from debris to pristine light. That was really something to see. You turn your head and see the door flashing and realized that it was time to return. You got up from your red chair, walking over to the door. The chair is playing Until We See You Again, which just makes you break out in laughter. Even the color red has a sense of humor. You think to yourself. You turn the doorknob, cross over the threshold and quietly walk back to the entrance of the white marble corridor. You realize that your first chakra was very much in need of clearing. Your angels tell you that there is a room for every color and it will also clear the chakra that is associated with it. They suggest that you return periodically to clear each chakra. You agree and nod that you now remember the way. The angels tell you to come back at any time, they will always be there to help. You catch a glimpse of your glowing essence in the mirror before your angels lead you back across the golden threshold door into your spiritual heart chakra and then direct your spiritual essence back into your physical form. Wiggle your fingers and toes and when ready open your eyes. Go about your day remembering that your angelic support staff is always at your service working with you to help you reach your highest most appropriate potential. Beloveds, you are blessed beyond words and loved beyond measure, more than any earth plane language can ever express. I am Archangel Michael, the Creator's messenger of love, joy, wisdom, light, peace, and grace.